Well, for some reason, I forgot to record the first game of spring training, so we'll start out with the second one. What's going on, guys? It's Mr. F9916, and welcome back to the MLB 16, the show, Road to the Show. I hope everyone is having a good Thursday. We are now in the month of June. I know yesterday was as well, but today's the second day of June, and for Jack Davis, it is the beginning of April 2018. And he is going to get off to a terrible start to the spring training. Well, he got off to a good start in the game that I, for some reason, didn't record, but that's going to be a home run by the Mariners, and the next batter comes up. He almost does the same thing. Luckily, this one ends up being caught. But I want to welcome you all in this video, and as you saw how this game started, that's going to be basically how this entire spring training goes. It was a disastrous spring training for Jack Davis. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Well, I didn't get injured, so not everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, but most of the things that could have gone wrong ended up going wrong. As you see, we're playing the Milwaukee Brewers in our next appearance. We do get a strikeout after getting up a hit, but the next batter comes up. He's going to line this one into left field. That one's going to get down for extra bases. I also want to note, guys, I'm not showing a ton in this episode. I'm just breezing through these games because it is spring training. It's not really a big deal. These games don't count for anything. So I'm just showing out pitches and hits. I'm not even going to show all my outs because there's a lot of games and I wanted to squeeze them all into like a 10-minute video. I did pretty good, 9 minutes 54 seconds. So that's kind of was my goal here, guys. As you see, I let up another run to Milwaukee, but we are going to kind of whip through these spring training games. And plus, I play like crap, so I'm sure you guys don't want to see that anyway, but regardless, that's why I went through so fast. We have 1 run lead now. We do get the strikeout, so we do hold on for the save. Unfortunately, we did let up a few runs, so that's not going to help our ERA. And, you know, I'm kind of worried at this point because if I have a bad spring, we got to worry about Dave McGowan, who is the Padres' like next best closer behind me. He's somewhere mid-70s overall. I'm like mid to upper 70s now. I think I'm like 76 at the start of this season. So starting off a 9.0 ERA is not going to be very good, despite the fact that you're 2 for 3 in save opportunities, which is still not very good. But playing against Chicago White Sox, this is not a save opportunity. It's 4-1. We are losing. The Padres were so terrible in this spring training. I think we started out like 1-9 or something like that. So that's why, obviously, they're not having me pitch much. We're ranked 30th overall. Our AAA team is 30th overall. And I think I mentioned this in the last episode, but also our AA team is 30th overall. So we have no farm system, no good team, and it's driving me crazy playing here for the Padres. I know I haven't been much of a help in the spring training, but I played fairly decent in the regular season. But you know when your best pitcher is your 76 overall closer, you pretty much suck. That's really bad. And this team is terrible on offense, terrible on defense. It's a far cry from last year's Jeff Davis Road to the Show when I made the playoffs. Every year I was up in the big leagues with the Dodgers, but whatever. I was actually playing that game a little bit more earlier today. As I mentioned in an earlier episode, Jeff Davis, I still do play him, for those of you that remember him. I just don't put him on YouTube anymore because it's an old series. There's not really any point. I play for the Angels, and we're in first place. I just hit a grand slam today, actually, and I'm batting really well. I'm actually batting 286 now. That's a lot different than what I put on YouTube, so it's kind of a shame that I don't play that way. I think if I make it to the World Series or something, I might do kind of like a flashback video for you guys of that, so that's kind of why I bring it up today. Obviously, I'm not going to restart that series up because, you know, I'm focusing mainly on this series, but I still do play that series from time to time, and if I make it, I might do like a special episode, a special video on my channel, and, you know, just to bring back some memories for those of you that were here for that series back in MLB 13, 14, and 15, and, if you haven't seen it before, it'll, you know, still be entertaining enough, right? Get to see some World Series Road to the Show gameplay. But either way, we allowed some home runs against the Cubs right there, or a home run, and that's not going to help us at all either. Just a disastrous game yet again. We're losing this game 5-1. It wasn't a save opportunity because I think we came in losing 3-1. But there's still only 1 out. 2-0 count to the next batter. He's going to get on base, so there's a chance that the Cubs might just keep putting it on against me. Next batter, we get him to 2-2. He swings and misses out a sinker outside. Nice job getting a strikeout. Now we got 2 outs. Next batter, it's an 0-1 count. He hits a ground ball. Second baseman Fields flips to second, and he gets the out. He flips it to the shortstop on second base is what I meant to say there. But pretty bad is pretty much how this entire spring training has gone, coming in for another training session, and look at our score, only 255 points. You need like 1,000 to get the bronze medal. So we not only were we shy of it, but we finished like 700 points short. That's really bad. You should at least get 70% of what you're trying for. To get 40% is just embarrassing. Look at our ERA, it's back up to 9 again, and the batting averages are just disastrous. Our strikeout rate is still good. We're still at 1 strikeout an inning, but the batting average is just horrendous. Playing against Colorado, one of our division rivals. One of the interesting things about spring training is you get to play a lot of teams you don't normally get to play. I got to play a lot of American League teams, obviously, in spring training. I think you see later in the episode, I play against the Cleveland Indians or something like that. That's like, that's like a team I've never played with Jack Davis yet. Obviously, you play enough time in the big leagues, you'll get to play in every stadium in every league. But it is kind of nice to be able to face off against some guys you've never seen before. At the same time, though, it can be challenging because you don't know them. And, I've played, for example, the Giants so many times because they're in my division, and the Dodgers so many times that I know how to pitch to some of their hitters because I've started to learn what they hit well, and I remember what they've hit off me in the past, at least vaguely, and, that kind of helps. But the Rockies get the bases loaded, and they get a base hit. One run's going to score. Next run's going to come around third base. He's going to score. That's going to put our ERA around like 14 or something like that, and they end up scoring a few runs. We still can get the save, though. It's a 3-run lead when we came in. Next batter is just going to hit a ground ball to first base. He'll step on the bag himself and get the out. So we do get the save, and Jack Davis magically teleports to the bullpen as typical. What was that noise? I don't even know what that was. I don't know if you heard it in the background. There's a weird noise from my fan in my room or something like that. But whatever. Coming in for another training session. As you can see, we only got like 400 points yet again. So another disastrous one. Okay, we got 595. So that was a little bit better. But we still don't get any medal. Playing against the Rangers in our next episode. Not next episode, next game. We have another 3-run lead. So a chance to get a save here. Hopefully quite easily. But the Rangers are going to get a base hit with 1 out. Outfielder's going to bobble it, and they will be into second with a double. We are able to get the second out, though. So with 2 outs, a 3-2 count, we are going to get the batter to ground out to third base, and we do get the save and no run score. So a nice job there by Jack Davis. That's actually a good performance for once. That's kind of nice to see in the spring training. Doing some quick training points. We added a changeup, guys. We finally added a changeup, and we are going to add some training points to that changeup. It's a horrible pitch right now. I only have thrown it like once, and it's really too bad to throw. It's something I'm going to have to use a ton of training points to get up, and I think it's going to be a while before I even use it, because at this point, guys, I want to focus on getting other stuff up. Strikeouts per 9, walks per 9, hits per 9, all of those type of statistics, because that's where I lag behind a lot of the other real good closers. That's where they're better than me. So that's something that I really got to work on to get my statistics up a little bit. As you can see, we get another save against Chicago. So 2 appearances in a row where we do a very good job of getting saves. The team's only got 1 hit combined. So we improve our changeup a little bit better. That's kind of what I'm working on here in the spring training, is that changeup a little bit. That's why I did throw it a few times because of spring training, but it's almost so bad it's like unthrowable. Even in the minor league level, it would be like an unthrowable pitch unless you're maybe at AA or something like that, because you just can't pinpoint it. It always misses. Rangers are going to get 2 men on base and then bunt them over, so they're both in scoring position. So this save is in jeopardy. Next batter comes up, ground ball, fielded by the first baseman. 1 run scores, that's okay. Stupid decision to throw home. But now we get 2 outs, runner at third, 3-2 count. We need a strikeout here, and we miss inside. So that's going to be ball 4, and the Rangers draw a walk. Next batter, 3-1 count. That's going to miss. I don't know about that call. That's a shame because my meter was perfect, but the bases are now loaded. 3-2, 2 out. I do not want to walk the run. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses at what would have been ball 4, and we get the save. So 3 straight saves in a row. And guys, we had a disastrous spring training, but hey, we closed out really well with 3 saves in a row. I think 2 against Texas and 1 against Chicago. And can we close out with a medal for once in a practice session? Yes, we can. We get the silver medal. So a terrible spring, but a good ending. Our final ERA for spring training, 9.0. Embarrassing. I want to thank everybody for watching this episode. Next video, tomorrow, we're starting the 2018 season. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. For now, I'm Mr. Athletic 9916. We'll see you next time. Peace.